Hello guys, I just watched the movie Flight Risk mainly due to two reasons. Number one, Mark is in it, and number two, the movie is directed by Mel Gibson, who gave movies like Braveheart and Apocalypto. And boy, I was disappointed. The movie is about a US Marshal who has to escort a witness trial, and somehow they get stuck in a plane with a maniac played by Mark Wahlberg. Funny thing is that you know the story from the trailer itself, which they released 6 months back. And yes, that's all the story you get from this movie. For a straightforward movie like this, I was not expecting any suspense, but maybe some thrilling action, good acting, and dialogue. But all you get is Mark telling you.
Y'all need a pilot?
The US Marshal is played by Michelle Dockery, known for a role in TV series Downton Abbey, and Christopher Grace, who was in Spider-Man 3 as Eddie Brock, portrays the helpless witness who gets nearly killed many times. He gets gun pointed at him, rape threats from Mark, stab from Mark, and the back mass suffocation from an unknown hitman. To add on the summary of the movie, the US Marshal, who has been out of action in the field for a long time, is sent for a mission which is due to be failed as it's been already compromised. The mission to bring the witness to trial nearly fails when the pilot, who was supposed to transport them, turns out to be a hitman sent from higher ups in the government itself. Although the movie is advertised with Mark Wahlberg in it, the focus is mainly on the US Marshal who doesn't know how to fly a plane, and she learns to fly as well as land with the help of an Indian guy, which somehow appeared cringe with all the flirting he was doing with his accent.
No thanks necessary. Believe me, the drinks you'll be buying later will be more than enough.
Thankfully, they have put a decent, good looking Indian guy for the role, which we come to know at the end. Now, let's talk about Mark. Somehow, I feel it was a walk in the park for the actor to play the character as he didn't have much dialogue to say. Most likely, he was asked to appear creepy, which he did so with his hillbilly accent. And most importantly, we find Mark becoming Baldy bald. I was wondering why his character had to appear bald because I'm sure the baldness was only adding to how bad the script has been written. Pretty sure this one will go to the memes section this year. Most of his movie time comprised of him getting handcuffed, where he rescues himself to be again handcuffed back to the plane. And at the end of the movie, the question is where the creepy man is, and we don't know whether he is dead or not. The movie does mention about crypto, proving it is a 2025 movie, and like all screen shows, it throws it under the bus with Mark saying he doesn't believe in crypto.
You gotta let me go. Do I look like the kind of guy who deals in fucking crypto?
I like some action scenes like the one with the lady officer shooting the flare gun at the bald man, knocking him out at the same time with a fire extinguisher and coolly opening the window for the smoke to go out. You get the idea how a US Marshal executes their actions with everything so smooth. Although the movie is getting real negative reviews all over the place, I'm sure some people will enjoy the movie as the movie takes in real time in the plane, which means it doesn't have to fast forward the timeline and the movie literally finishes as soon as the plane lands. That means you don't have to think much, which makes your life easier after a long week of work relaxing at the theaters. And for some, I'm sure they will enjoy laughing at the bad plot, acting, and the dialogues. Remember Room? Everybody loved that movie because it was so bad. Anywho, one will wonder why a filmmaker caliber of Mel Gibson directed this movie, but I'm sure he's casually walking towards the bank with his briefcase.